What's up, guys? Colby Cheese here with another guide, sort of guide, or maybe just an explanation of a build that I've recently come up with here. And since I ripped on my Castle and Crit character, I wanted to make a really cool build that you guys can check out, because I'm always theorycrafting new stuff, like pretty much every day. It's like one of my favorite things to do. And so there's this new ring that came out called Romira's Banquet, and it allowed me to come up with a build idea using Cold Snap. And I really loved using Cold Snap on my Castle and Crit character, and I was like, man, I would like to use Cold Snap again. So the way Cold Snap works is you use it, and it has a global cooldown of 4 seconds, and you can bypass that cooldown by using power charges. So with Romira's Banquet, you actually get a power charge when you don't crit, and you lose all your power charges when you do crit. So what I've done here is I've actually I've got that ring, and I take Resolute Technique, which makes it so that I can never crit. So I always am able to continually cast Cold Snap. Cold Snap has a really good base damage on it because of the fact that it has that global cooldown. It also has a really high chance to freeze enemies. So right now I'm doing about 4,000 DPS with my Cold Snap, and I'm running some Lunaris. My life is a little bit low because I've still got a few life nodes to get. I'm only level 65 right now, I believe, 66. And for the most part, though, in Lunaris, I'm basically two-shotting mobs here, and it's working out quite nicely. I was thinking the damage would be complete crap, but this seems pretty nice. I wouldn't really be asking for much more on my damage at this point. My gem's only level like 17, I believe. So I still have 3 more levels to go on it. It's only going to get much better from here. I can probably get it up even higher. And I still have another cold damage node to take in the build as well as some cast speed. And obviously my gear is not that good. I'm still using like gold rim and crap like that. But the build is really fun. Yeah, you'll see I'm like super squishy. I don't have even max fire resist yet. This is pretty risky for me to do Lunaris farming, but I wanted to be able to make this video for you guys. I've got a couple of quality gems, and I'm trying to make the build as good as possible. Right now I'm running my setup on a 6-link carcass jack. I've taken all the area nodes as well. The other thing that I've done to make the build work is I have a Barracks Grip Ring. So let me explain what that does. It actually has the ability to, whenever you are attacking frozen enemies, you gain 5% Life Leech. So I don't have to use Life Leech gem. I actually get Life Leech from Barracks Grip Ring. And then whenever enemies are shock stacked, you get 5% Mana Leech. And so I have an added Lightning gem, which pretty much always shock stacks, at least whenever I'm hitting groups of white enemies. I have a little bit more trouble on the rares, but I have the unique mana potion for now until I get more mana regen. I've got Eldritch Battery, which is pretty much required for this build to work out, and that's given me quite a bit of mana regen, but I don't have a lot of gear with Energy Shield just yet. So my builds, I still have a ways to go on the actual regen and stuff. So this build is definitely, it requires a lot of gear to be good, and it requires a couple more levels for it to kind of hit its prime. But as you can see, I'm already doing well with the gear that I've got, and with the level that I am, I'm under the zone's level, and I'm killing these things quite nicely. I'm destroying these mobs. I'm freezing things, so it's fairly safe. I mean, I'm taking a lot of damage from getting hit before I freeze things, but the build has about 250% life, which is okay, but then I'll be running Arctic Armor, and that will give me that extra bit of survivability. I just can't run Arctic Armor right now because I'm going to need... Okay, this is insane. It's going to need like 340 mana regen, something insane like that. So it's certainly achievable, but it's really difficult, and I'll be able to get to that. It's just going to take a while. I'm going to have some extra aura nodes that make my clarity better. The effect from auras, things like that. I should be able to run like 3 auras actually when it's all said and done. And then, like I said, the life and mana leech from Barracks Grip is great. I'm also using a Xeri's Foible at the time being because I don't have a lot of dex. The build requires a lot of dexterity. So until I get an amulet with like mana regen and dexterity, I'll probably be using a Xeri's Foible for just now, just for leveling. So as you can see, the build has some high requirements, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. I mean, it's insane. I call this my Touch of God build. So if you guys are interested in checking out the new ring and you were kind of curious of what it was going to be used for, well, here you go. Cold Snap now viable as a self-cast spell, as your main damage ability. And look at that damage, dude! I'm just destroying stuff. I'm like two-shotting white mobs in Lunaris, and I still have a ways to go. So to optimize this build even further, I was thinking of getting a Terran's Shiver, which is a staff with +1 cold. Also has higher chance to freeze enemies, and enemies take 20% more damage when they're frozen. So just imagine the entire party is going to be, I'm going to be shock stacking with my added lightning and the 20% extra damage from to frozen enemies from my Terran Shiver. All in all, this build is going to be really insane in groups, and as solo, as you can see, basically it's like a cold trap build that can solo. So that is insane. Now, as far as freezing bosses, I don't have dual curse yet, and the only way I can get dual curse is with Wind Scream because I'm using 2 unique rings already. So I could definitely do dual curse with like Frostbite and Ellie Weakness, and then I'll probably be able to freeze bosses, I'm thinking. And I mean, that's theory crafted at this point because I haven't really tested that far out. I'm still really low level and whatnot. So this build still needs a lot of optimizing before I can give you the full rundown on how it works out in maps, but I'm pretty damn sure it works out great. I do have a friend, Aura Truck, who was #1 in the week race, and he's actually doing a build similar to this as well, and he seems to be doing fine in high-level maps, so that just makes me feel more confident about it. He's only got a 5 link, and I've been running on a 6 link, so it's working really nicely. And so overall, I just wanted to show you guys this build. It's a lot of fun. And holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Let's not rip in Lunaris while leveling up, especially with the gear that I've got right now. That would be really embarrassing. So as far as the links that I've got right now on my Cold Snap, I'm currently using a... so I've got Cold Snap, I've got Conk Effect, I've got Increased Area of Effect as well, because I want to hit as many mobs as possible. I did have Elemental Proliferation, but I was like, well, I don't really need to freaking hit less enemies just to proliferate them because I'm going to freeze them in a big area and I'll kill them faster. So increased area is what I went with. And then I've got cold penetration and faster casting, and of course the added lightning. So works out really nicely. Holy crap, so much damage. As you can see, I'm really weak right now, only 3200. I have like no armor, basically, well, obviously no ES, no evasion really. I got a little bit of evasion from my Carcass Jack, but that's about it. And in any case, this will get much stronger once I get the right items set up. As of now, I'm already enjoying it quite a lot. I finally have a reason to use this Cold Grasp, Cold Hand, microtransaction effect, the Touch of God. Alright guys, so by the way, if you're wondering why I'm talking a little bit more quiet today, it's because my roommates are sleeping. It's 5 a.m. But I was so excited I stayed up to make this video for you guys because I was like, I have to show the world this awesome build. It's so cool. But yeah, I'm just kind of showing my gems real fast here. You can see I have quite a few quality gems because the quality on most of these gems is very nice. This is very nice. Yes, indeed, very nice. Yeah, so main thing, mana cost very high. Need an Eldritch Battery. And probably really nice to have a 6 link, of course. Gonna need the expensive ring, the new ring. Barracks Grip, pretty expensive. And other than that, just the skill tree here. Like I said, Resolute Technique, very important so you don't crit and lose your power charges. Lots of mana regen, all the area nodes as well. All the cold damage nodes. A little bit of mana regen over here from Shaper. I'm getting the life and mana nodes there. Again, it's going to have like 250% life once I've picked up all of the life nodes. And I'm going to pick up all the R nodes soon enough once I get a few more levels as well. And that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you around on the stream. Check me out at twitch.tv/ColbyCheese. Peace out, guys.